Right here on NBTV, we have Teresa Carr, who's going to give us her rendition on what we need to do in order to begin to weed out hate. What organization you represent, Ms. Teresa?
I'm representing Atlanta Job Corps.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about the young man being brutally murdered 3 weeks ago in terms of being 17 years old, his life just taken from him shortly?
Personally, I feel that it was unnecessary. And I think that we need to understand and realize that a lot of people have come a long way to bring equality to this world, to unify us as one. And us killing each other and hating each other look at it this way. Jesus died on the cross for us. He gave his life for us. If he loved us that much to give his life, then why are we killing each other? It's not right. It doesn't feel right. And on behalf of all my classmates, I'm hurt by it. It bothers me. It hurts my heart to see so much hate towards one another. When we can build a better world, we can build a better nation with each other if we just work together, love each other, and push forward to better goals.
Do you feel like you would be interested in heading an initiative that Weed Out Hate has established in terms of emailing our great President Obama, letting him know that enough is enough?
Yeah, I feel that if given the opportunity to send Obama an email and letting him know how I feel and how we feel as a union on weeding out hate and weeding out violence and killing and robbing, and I will personally take that as an honor, and I will take it very seriously.
There it is, folks, from the Atlanta chapter, right here on NBTV. Stay tuned.
If Dr. King were alive and with us today, I would tell him that I want to help fuel the fire that he implanted within our hearts. Whether you are African American, Native American, South American, European, Asian, Christian, Muslim, or Jew, I lend them my support to urge my family and friends to fan the flames of love so hot that they would transform any ice-cold soul into a fiery spiritual diamond, a diamond bright with self-awareness of selfishness, radiating rainbows of rectitude, illuminations of love, treating each other as we would like to be treated, whether in our hearts or in our gardens. Dr. King, the promised land is now within reach and only a few heartbeats away.
What a great speech, of course, by none other than the founder of Weed Out Hate, Mr. Marc Daniels, right here live on NBTV. We have one question for you, Marc. What do you feel about the initiative going on in Florida right now? Your program, of course, can begin to make a direct positive impact on situations that are taking place in America in reference to hate.
I think that the ultimate protest, as I mentioned in the speech, for all the marching participants, is to get down on their knees and root out a symbol of hate, a weed of hate symbolically, and ask the white population to do the same. Only by rooting ourselves collectively down to the source, weeding out all this hate that's infesting us and keeping us from its promised land vision, will we ever begin to attempt to experience that promised land vision, that dream that Martin Luther King set before us.
Do you think Mr. Zimmerman, of course, needs to be apprehended and brought to jail?
Absolutely.
Do you feel like the family, of course, will begin to heal just by knowing that process, has taken place? Of course, obviously they will never get their child back, but at least some sort of justice can begin to affect the family and even begin to heal the ills of America itself.
According to the deepest roots of the Judaic tradition, there is one prayer to the Creator, to God, that is always answered, and that is the prayer to weed out hate. We have no idea how to weed this out ourselves. We need God's help in whichever form Jesus, Allah, Adonai, your religion tells you to pray to. We must pray for that wisdom to receive to be showered with the wisdom to weed out hate. If I were to give a piece of advice for Mr. Zimmerman and his family, together with the marchers, is that collectively go to a park and begin pulling out weeds of hate. That would be a symbol that would send a signal to the world, that this is where the problem lies. It's not within Zimmerman himself. He's acting as a puppet of nature. He's acting according to his instincts. By symbolically weeding out hate, the African Americans can teach the rest of the world to rise to the mountaintop.
There it is, folks, by none other than Mr. Marc Daniels, the founder of an absolutely phenomenal program. Folks, we need to definitely weed out hate. Stay tuned right here at NBTV.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
This has been an NBTV production. Why? Because we care.